Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another day here in Las Vegas for Raiders training camp. You see Kolton Miller finally got that contract extension. He is here for a long time. There's also some more news on Jackson Powers Johnson, who has been taking reps with the second and first team as well. We have some more news about that we'll discuss in this video. However, before we dive in, I do want to start off by giving a major shout out to all of the Las Vegas Raider beat reporters out there excuse me, who work so hard every single day to kind of get these highlights and these videos out for us. So make sure you guys do me a big time favor and go follow them. Jesse Merrick, one of them, does a great job. Your boy Q, and there's so many more. And if you want more of these highlights, just go follow them. Right, here's some footage of Geno Smith, Cam Miller, right, Aiden O'Connell going through some passing reps, obviously with this centers trying to get these snaps down in pack. But overall, we're going to break down all the news, notes, highlights, observations from today's practice, some major news to talk about. So hit the like button, subscribe, and let's kind of dive in. We also have some more interesting news about this DB room, guys. According to Jesse Merrick, Jacorian Bennett is slowly starting to fall down this depth chart with guys like DeCamerion Richardson, Darien Porter, and also JT Woods, a guy they brought in maybe a week ago, is already starting to position himself to be a player within this defense on day one of the season. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of time before the start of preseason. Before the start of the season, obviously less time before preseason, it's like a week away. But Jacorian Bennett looking like he could be an odd man out, which is interesting. Doesn't really fit Pete Carroll's style of DBs, but we'll see what happens. Things could definitely change over the next few weeks here. Another guy this coaching staff is really high on is wide receiver Alex Bachman. He's been making plays throughout the entirety of camp thus far, and Pete Carroll actually came out and said that, listen, we see it. We understand what he's doing, and within this Raiders organization, they're looking to keep probably 6 wide receivers on this roster, and he could be one of the final ones. So obviously from the top, you have Jacoby Myers. I'm guessing Trey Tucker, Dont'e Thornton, Jack Bech are 4. But then from there, we can take a look at Tommy Mellott because he, adds a lot of value on special teams. So that's 5. And then you have a bunch of different guys. Alex Bachman, Cedric Jackson, Colin Johnson, Katron Jackson, Seth Williams, Kyle Phillips, Philip Dorsett. So there are a bunch of different guys that could potentially make this roster, but Alex Bachman is one that has caught the attention of the coaching staff thus far and has been very competitive. That's a word they like to talk about a lot. He's been competing. I wouldn't be too surprised if he ends up being the guy that makes this team as the final wide receiver. Now here's some clip of Ashton Jeanty and the running backs going through some drills. In just a second, we're going to break down some of team portion. Obviously, no clips, no highlights of that. But we do have some news. Guys who started to stand out, guys who started to look good, as you see Ashton Jeanty go through the drill right here. Working on a little bit of ball security, struggling to get through that thing. I mean, hey, listen, that thing is kind of crazy. But overall, they like what they have in this running back room. They've got a bunch of guys that they think could be good players. Ashton Jeanty, obviously, taking him with the first round pick that high. You have Raheem Mostert, I believe, just had a baby, so congratulations to him. But they believe he'll be a major point of this offense. You have Dylan Laube, good pass catcher out the backfield. Sincere McCormick, Samir White, Chris Collier, maybe. But either way, they do like this running back room a ton, and I'm excited to see how these guys really pan out throughout the season. Looks like Chris here, very violent runner, man. Big frame. But with that being said, make sure you guys do me a big favor. We're going to hop into 11s. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering this team throughout the entirety of the offseason, training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you can think of. So turn on post notifications if you want more Raiders content. And let's kind of dive into some big news about practice. Did want to show you guys some film from 2 guys we talked about already in this video. We had an Alex Bachman versus Jacorian Bennett one-on-one situation. Very good rep by Jacorian. Make sure to, get that airspace kind of tight and not allow Alex Bachman to come away with a one-on-one win right here. No penalty called. Jacorian Bennett gets hyped up because he forces this incompletion versus Geno Smith and Alex Bachman. These are things you want to see, especially if you're competing for a roster spot here. Good rep there by Jacorian. Also saw a big one-on-one win rep for Darien Porter here. Actually comes away with an interception versus Tommy Mellott. High points this thing. Look at this, man. This is beautiful. Look at him get his head back around to the football. Go up and high point this thing. Darien Porter could be a freak, man. Darien Porter could be a freak. Look at Chip Kelly looking over. You see Patrick Graham looking over. Jacorian Bennett as well. We had another one-on-one with Jack Bech. I know you guys probably want to see this one, so let's rewind this one. Just a fade down the right sideline. Great separation towards the end. Great body control, concentration to come away with that one. But this is the big news right here. Jackson Powers-Johnson is working at right guard with the first-team offense, while Jordan Meredith takes the first-team reps at center. So, coming into the season, the offseason, training camp, we knew that JPJ was probably going to be the starting center of this team. But we also knew that this team, from last season, the end of last year, Jordan Meredith really came out late, and he looked good. Now, this coaching staff has looked at him and said, well, you know, we think these guys are interchangeable, and we think Meredith may be a little bit better at center, and Jackson Powers-Johnson may be better at guard. So these guys might just be flipping a little bit and changing the way this offensive line looks, but it's still very similar. JPJ is out there in place of Alex Kappa, who's taken the most reps at first-team right guard so far. We'll see if this changes going forward, but we heard Adam Butler, I believe, was the guy who came out and said, listen, I think JPJ is going to be a Pro Bowl guard in the NFL. And it kind of took people by surprise because we're like, well, isn't he a center? It looks like they're really trying to transition him to a guard. I feel like that's what it is. Lots of action for Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer today. Again, Chip Kelly's going to want to utilize the tight ends. Even if it's 12 or even 13 personnel, if you line Brock Bowers out wide as more of a wide receiver on a play and have Michael Mayer and Ian Thomas in line, I think that's fine as well for 13 personnel. But there are some more notes, and there's one right here we could talk about. Solid series for Aiden O'Connell in team drills. Thread the needle to Bachman on one and did a great job diagnosing the defense and making pre-snap calls, protection adjustments. That is something that Aiden O'Connell needed to get better at. Coming into last year, or coming from last year. I think this is a good sign for Aiden O'Connell, being able to read defenses, being able to change the play at the line of scrimmage, change a route, right? Change the protection. That is good news, really good news. Levi Edwards has a couple of other notes. Michael Mayer has caught 2 touchdowns during 7-on-7 period so far. He has been having a really impressive offseason for this team. And then again, JPJ, Jordan Meredith, kind of interchanging positions, I guess you could say. JPJ at guard, Meredith at center. I think it's fine. I think it's an interesting portion of practice, honestly. And JT Woods getting some reps with the ones. I'm very interested about JT Woods. If you guys want a full breakdown on JT and what he adds to this team, it looks like he is really climbing up this depth chart. Very interesting. Another Brock Bauer touchdown here during team portion. But again, good practice again today. There'll probably be some more news and notes. Make sure you guys go follow my guy Jesse Merrick here if you want more updates. Does a great job covering this team. So if you want more updates, go follow him. I am going to end the video here. Some big news and notes we talked about in this video already. So join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.